The NFL is fastly approaching this new era where every quarterback seems to be a mobile quarterback. When will the Lions get in on that bandwagon? We'll answer that and more in today's Lions mailbag. Hi, I'm Mike Payton from A to Z Sports Detroit. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're starting a mailbag here on the A to Z Sports Detroit YouTube page. We are going to be asking questions to you guys, and we're going to be asking questions to Twitter and Blue Sky and all the social media apps that are out there, and we're going to give some answers. So let's just jump right into it. We'll start off with a question from Nike Signed Me. He asked, since the league is moving towards mobile quarterbacks, how much longer until the Lions pivot from Goff and grab one in an upcoming draft? Now, here's the thing. I think the Lions offense would be great with a mobile quarterback. I think it would be, phenomenal. Obviously, we know Goff is not a mobile guy. He's more of a pocket guy. He can move every now and again. We call him Goff wheels when he does. But he's not, Lamar Jackson. He's not Jaden Daniels. He's not Drake May or Caleb Williams or any of these guys that are able to move. Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, obviously. I think the Lions are going to be looking for a quarterback relatively soon because Hendon Hooker, he's not the future of this team. Hendon is a little bit too old. He's 27 years old. He is just not going to be the future of this team. He could be a premium backup for a little while, but it's just not working out. It's not going to happen. I think the Lions will and should be looking for a quarterback relatively soon. If it were me and I was drafting for the Lions this year and the 32nd pick came up, I'm drafting Ole Miss's Jackson Dart. If he gets past that, then I'm trading up in the second round and I'm trying to get Jackson Dart. Has the arm that you're looking for, has the mobility you're looking for, everything that the new NFL is turning out to be. That's what he can be now. I think Goff is the man for a while and should be the man for a while, but Dart is relatively young. He's somebody that you could work up and have ready in 4 years, 3 years, whatever it may be. But right now, Jared Goff is the guy and should remain the guy. Madman Lost on Blue Sky asks, given the Vikings' performance in the last 2 games, will Kevin O'Connor's odds for Coach of the Year drop, putting Dan Campbell at the top, presumably? Now, I know, look, Dan Campbell, he has been a phenomenal coach. For him to coach this number 1 seed NFC North championship team through all the injuries, that is huge. I think he deserves the award. I think he should be nominated. I think he will be nominated. But at the end of the day, I think that he's not going to win it because this is a quarterback-driven league, and Kevin O'Connell was able to get the Vikings to 14 wins with Sam Darnold, somebody who's been long perceived an NFL draft bust. And I think that is what the voters will see more than anything else. I think they'll look at the Lions offense and say, well, it's always been good. And the defense has been a lot better. And I think they'll, like I said, I think they'll nominate him. I think Aaron Glenn or Ben Johnson have a really good chance of winning Assistant Coach of the Year. But at the end of the day, I think they'll wind up giving it to Kevin O'Connell. And that's just, that's just the league. That's just how things go. They don't pay a whole lot of deep attention to what's happening. They're just going to see Kevin O'Connell got 14-3 with Sam Darnold. And yeah, I think that's why he wins. Here's a hard one, and Lions fans are probably not going to like to talk about, but Last Dabbler Standing said, best spot for Ben Johnson. Please don't say Chicago. Well, guess what? I'm not going to say Chicago. I don't think the Bears is the right place for him to go. I actually think the Raiders, if he were to leave, which I still kind of feel like he's not going to, I think the Raiders are the top spot for him just based off the fact that Tom Brady's involved. And I think Brady is going to have some, sway over what Mark Davis wants to do over there. And I think it's really going to change a lot of things. And I think he'll be able to instill that patience in Ben Johnson that any team that signs him needs. You're going to, this isn't going to happen overnight. And teams need to realize that. And I think that's been a big reason why Johnson hasn't gone anywhere, because he doesn't want to go somewhere and just get fired immediately when it just doesn't work out immediately. So in this case, I think that, with Tom Brady, I think the Raiders are now the team that will best give him organizational alignment. They'll best give him, everything he's asked for. There'll be a ton of money. They have the second most cap space in the league. They have high draft picks. There's some quarterback questions, but again, like if we're going to give Ben Johnson all the credit for making, Jared Goff have a resurgence, then well, then can't he just do that with another guy? So that's kind of the feeling there. That's the thought. I still think he stays, but if he does go, I think the Raiders is where he winds up. That's all we've got. We'll see you guys next time on our mailbag.